Sadiko. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. So we are discussing a series of very wonderful shlokas, and the theme that we are centering around is Krishna is the ultimate shelter. So I was thinking, what a wonderful theme this is for us to realize and meditate upon, because it will help us to increase our dependence and surrender unto the Lord. Okay, so these verses will help us realize that indeed Krishna is our ultimate shelter. So today we are reading from Bhagavad-gītā chapter 9, Sloka number 22. Ananyas Chintayanto Mam Ye Jana Paryupasate Tesham Nityabhiyuktanam Yogakshemam Vahamyaham. Translation by His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada. But those who always worship me with exclusive devotion, meditating on my transcendental form, to them I carry what they lack and I preserve what they have. Okay, so this is a very wonderful shloka and personally one of my favorites actually. So if we zoom into this shloka, Ananyash, anya means other or another. Anya means without another, right? So Ananya indicates exclusivity, without another, one without another, Ananya. Okay, that means only Krishna, exclusively Krishna. Chintayanto, thinking, Chintayanto, constantly thinking. Mam, about who? Mam, me, Krishna. Okay, Ye Jana Paryupasate, this person, Paryupasate, Upasana means to worship. So this person is always thinking about me exclusively, is always worshipping me as well. Tesham Nityabhiyuktanam. Okay, always meditating on my transcendental form. And what do I do for this person? Krishna says in the last line, Yoga Shemam Vahamyaham. Yoga is our effort to link with the Lord. Okay, that is yoga. Our effort to link with the Lord. Shemam is the protection which the Lord will give us. So these two terms are defined by Srila Prabhupada in the purport. Okay, yoga is our effort to link with the Lord, and Shema is His protection upon us. Vahami aham. Vahami aham. I will carry. I will protect. I will carry their yoga and their Shema. Vahamyaham, yoga kshema. So Krishna is saying that those who exclusively worship me with devotion and who always worship and meditate upon me, what will I do? I will protect their yoga and shema. So Krishna will protect our devotional service. You know, our attempt to connect with Him, our bhakti, Krishna will protect that. Okay, and He will also give us protection, more protection from His side. So, just like in the Damodar Leela, two fingers, two things are important. Our attempt is also important, and Krishna's ultimate protection is also important. Vahamyaham. Krishna is saying that He will carry it to us. Vahami aham. He says, aham, I will carry it. So, someone as great as Krishna, who has so many assistants and secretaries and servants and armies, he will not have to personally protect or personally provide anything. He can always send his servants. Okay, go, protect, go, do, go and give this person this. But he says, no, I will personally do it for my unalloyed, pure devotee. Just like if we have a special guest, okay, or even the greatest person, okay, the prime minister or the president of any country, right, for his own child, to protect his own child, if he's traveling in a boat with his child, and if the child falls off the water, there'll be bodyguards around, but he will himself jump in to protect the child, right, because the child is special to him. Similarly, unalloyed pure devotees are very special to Krishna. So Krishna is saying here, I will personally provide, carry to him or her what he lacks and provide. I mean, carry to him or her what he lacks and preserve what he or she has. I will personally do it. Vahamyaham, Krishna says. Okay. So this, it instills the point, it reinstates the point that Krishna is our ultimate shelter. He is saying so himself that he will personally protect us and take care of us. So, what else do we need? We have to just do our duty and continuously perform our yoga, our bhakti yoga of linking with him, and he will provide the Shema that we need. Okay, this is something to ponder on today. So, before we disperse, I would like to narrate a story directly related to this verse, right? Which, whenever I'm requested to speak about this verse, I definitely narrate this story. I've also shared it with all of you, I think 1 or 2 years back when we spoke on this verse. It's the story of Arjuna Charya. So, Arjuna Charya was a devotee of the Lord, a very nice devotee of the Lord. And he used to read the Bhagavad Gita every day. Okay. And one day he was reading, and normally in his home, it was a little difficult in terms of circumstances. So sometimes they wouldn't have enough to eat, right? But somehow, by the Lord's mercy, it was always going on, right? So one day he was reading the Bhagavad Gita in the morning before going out to beg. And while he was reading, his wife came and told him, you are only reading this book. Aren't you going to go out to get something for all of us? We have to cook. The children are hungry. We need food to eat. So then Arjunacharya shows his wife what Krishna says in the Gita. Specifically, he shows her this very verse. See, Ananyas Chintayantu Mam, Yoga Kshemam Vahamyaham. The Lord will provide, do not worry. But the wife somehow, because it was a difficult time and there was not enough at home, so out of frustration she says, no, no, this is not true. And she takes a pen or something available in those days, and she cuts off that line, yoga kshemam vahamyaham. She cuts it off, she scratches it. So then Arjuna, what are you doing? These are the words of the Lord, non different from the Lord. And she says, no, but somehow the Lord is not providing us. Okay. So then Arjunacharya feels bad, but he leaves home to beg for alms. And he's out the entire day begging for alms. So at the end of the day, Arjunacharya's wife is waiting at home so that her husband will come back with something, and then she can use that boga to prepare something for the household to have, right? So there's a knock on the door. Tock, tock, tock. There's a knock on the door. And when she opens the door, she finds that there are two boys there. One has a black complexion and the other has a white complexion, and they're very attractive looking. So she asks, oh, beautiful boys, who are you? So the black boy introduces themselves. So he says, we are students of your husband, and he has sent all these things for you. So the black boy and the white boy, they carry sacks of things and all kinds of items, dry items, wet items. So there was uh, rice, dal, flour. There was different types of there was sugar, different types of vegetables and herbs, spices, whatever required to prepare a sumptuous meal. So she says, "Oh, who sent all of this? Oh, we are your husband's students, and he has sent us with all these things. So please take it and prepare something." So then she takes it. "Oh, thank you very much." She takes it and she prepares it. And then they are about to leave, and she notices that the boy, the black boy, has a cut in his tongue. So she says, "What happened? What is happening?" Actually, she invites them to partake in the meal that she will prepare. But he says, "No, I can't eat because my tongue is cut." And he shows her his tongue. And she sees that there's a deep cut. And she says, "Oh, how did this happen? I'm very sorry to see this." He said, "No, it got cut." And he smiles and he goes away. So the two boys leave, and then Arjunacharya returns home looking disappointed. He said, "Oh, sorry, I couldn't get much today. This is all I could get." And he comes home to his wife and children. And his wife says, "Oh, but you have sent so many nice things. The two boys came and gave me so many nice things." And he looks around and he sees all these wonderful boga, wet boga, dry boga, whatever you may, so many wonderful palatable boga items to be prepared. And his wife says, "I'm just going to quickly cook now and all of us can have a nice meal after offering." And he says, "But I didn't send these." She said, "Yeah, they were your students. And I invited them to even have prasad. But one of the boys had a cut on his tongue, so he couldn't have prasad." Then Arjunacharya realizes that those boys were non different than Krishna and Balaram themselves. Okay, so he tells his wife, "See, you know why that boy's tongue was cut? Because in the morning you cut off the words in the Bhagavad-gītā, Yoga Kshemam Vahamyaham, you cut it off. That was non different than Krishna and Balaram themselves, and they are showing you that they indeed are Yoga Kshemam Vahamyaham. They will carry to us what we lack and always preserve what we have." Okay, so let us always remember Krishna always gives us. If we need something, he ensures he preserves it. If we don't need something, he may not preserve it. Just like, when we have our children, our very small children, if we have something very precious, we have something very precious that someone gifts it, gives them as a gift, something very precious, and we see that they are so small that maybe it's a very nice book, but they are damaging it. They don't know yet how to deal with it nicely, so they are damaging it. A very nice toy or a nice book, but the child is not maybe ready to play with it yet, so the child is biting it, chewing it, damaging it. So what do as parents? We take that and we keep it away, we preserve it for the future use of the child. So Krishna, he knows what to take from us, what to give us, and what to preserve for us. So that faith we should have. Okay, so we should always have faith that when we need something, Krishna will provide it. When we lack something, if we really lack something also, Krishna will provide it, because Krishna is our ultimate shelter. So thank you, all of you. Thank you for giving me this wonderful opportunity to share with you this very wonderful verse from the Bhagavad Gita today. Ananyas Chintayanto Mam. So we can meditate upon this, the Lord's ultimate mercy, and how He is our ultimate shelter. So thank you all very, very much. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, all devotees.